All right, welcome to the NBA T Awards hosted by me, Six God. I'm here with fucking disgrace Colin,
Gunga Ginga.
Utah Prime Ingles.
Gunga Ginga.
So tonight we have a bunch of awards to announce. What are we gonna start off with first?
The
Um, Colin is the award announcer here, so I think he can
all
choose.
right, all right. You guys want to give your predictions? Oh no, you don't need to get predictions for MVP. It's pretty much obvious.
Oh, MVP.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I am
let's
hundred
let's
percent.
talk
I am 100
let's talk
percent sure it's Harden.
let's talk about the MVP and also change the title. Six God, it's the award show.
I told
Change the
Colin.
title. Six God. So prediction is obviously MVP. This was kind of a three horse race. Obviously, Katie was kind of in it. There were a couple other places people, but it ended up being a two horse race with Giannis and Harden. But I feel like I have obviously a winner here, and I think it's going to be Harden. I think everyone in this arena, well, not in the arena, but everyone
Yeah.
in this, chat and thinks that Harden's going to win it, and obviously we'll see what TLD, Colin, and Jamari think. But I think that's going to be your MVP winner to dethrone Giannis finally.
You go with unanimous vote. The MVP goes to
Whoa,
James Harden.
whoa. So we're announcing that first. So MVP is James Harden.
Yes, sir.
James Harden is your MVP. He is the first player not named Giannis Antetokounmpo to become MVP. He was the season one final MVP. Um,
Mhm. Should
he
I
is
name the two and three who also were in the talk?
Yep, go for it.
All right, behind Harden with 6 points, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
yeah,
and
of
third,
course.
surprisingly, Steph Curry.
And Steph Curry
Steph
gets
Curry.
a vote. He had a decent season. Obviously,
Nine
everyone
six
remembers.
three. We all had the exact same vote tally.
Nice. Well, we obviously remember Steph Curry. He was the killer of the Boston Blue Devils. But this season, well, he's part of the Boston Blue Devils. They didn't make the playoffs, but
Killed
they
them
had
on
a
the
decent.
inside.
Yeah, they had a
Uh,
decent season. Kawhi, I suggest changing the title, please. Soon, help,
I don't
please.
have access to the NBAT account.
Okay,
Uh,
well, we need Jamari
Shit.
to.
shit.
All right.
Uh,
Next award is the breakout.
Breakout player of the year. There is a couple players I can think of off my head. Dwight Howard was a mention, of course. Nikola Vucevic, Laurie Markkinen was also mentioned. Expect Nikola Vucevic to win this award, but you might see a surprise here, as this is the NBAT.
Anything you want to say, just God?
I do think it's also a two-man race between Howard and Vucevic. They both had tremendous seasons compared to last. So much like the MVP race, I think it's a two-man race.
All right. The breakout player award goes to Nikola Vucevic. Behind him with 4 points was Dwight Howard.
Who won? I didn't hear.
Nikola
Uh,
Vucevic
Oh, okay.
with 4 votes was Dwight Howard, Markkinen, and two with 2 points, Trey Young.
Hmm.
that's
Well,
an interesting pick.
I'll obviously speak on this. Nikola Vucevic winning the award. That is a probably prized award. Obviously, GM of Venice really happy for him, but Dwight Howard had a tremendous season. His stats don't tell it all, but he had such a big up season to get that starting role and to be something in this league when he was kind of nothing last season. Obviously, third was Laurie Markkinen. That's another name I mentioned. A great player for, I believe it was Boston, and just a good player all around. that probably did better last year. Then you have Trey Young, who early in the year was probably the leader for the race. He led Astroworld, I believe, in the first couple of weeks with some good wins. But however, his performance dropped in the end dramatically, and that's what kind of got him out of this race. With, of course, Dwight Howard and Nikola Vucevic rising and stabilizing their game.
Our next award is the sixth man of the year.
Six Man of the Year, I will speak on this. There is a lot of contenders here, but I think feel like there is two main contenders, Jeremy Lamb and Jamal Murray. Two really, really good bench players. Jamal Murray has ascended to a starter, so I don't know if if the commissioners will count that as a starting role, but Jeremy Lamb was definitely a six man. There is definitely more I could talk about, like Buddy Hield, but I think Buddy Hill gets a mention. My prediction would probably Jamal Murray, even though he is starting right now. He was a bench player.
I am going to have to say my prediction is Jeremy Lamb. Even though I am, previously affiliated with the Hornets, knowing what Lamb did, leading all scorers off the bench with 6 points, he was tremendous as as a six man of the year candidate. So I do think he deserves the award.
This might come to a surprise to you. With the unanimous decision, the sixth man of the year goes to Rudy Gay.
Oh,
Whoa, that's a
Rudy Gay.
surprise.
Rudy Gay, six man of the year. I am a bit confused about this one. I thought he was a starter. However, I believe he did come off the bench mostly. I need to look at the game plan of Yevrin, but I think Rudy Gay had such a good season. I'm surprised he wasn't actually
I
put on a
believe
most improved voting.
Actually, I think you're
Let me
right.
look.
I believe he was starting
He was starting.
Yeah, he was definitely starting. So that's a weird choice. Commission might have to look at that because he was starting the entire season.
He was.
Uh,
But I personally think, Rudy Gay, I think you could say six man or not. He was definitely, if you're not going to count him as a six man, he was definitely the fifth man on Everett until he ascended his game. I believe, he was probably going to be a bench player and was a bench player. I think at the start of the season before his game ascended too
yes.
much that he could get to the starting level.
He was playing in front of Jason Tatum for half, and they put Gaylord ahead of him. But behind Gay was Buddy Hield
Buddy Hield, that was the mention I gave
and
out.
Jeremy, and behind him Jeremy Lamb, 4 votes.
All right, well, there is your six man of the year. Some controversy there, but I think I am okay with that because I believe Rudy Gay was starting at the start of the season. I mean, benched. You know what I mean. Bench play at the start of the season.
This one's
Title-
got a little toss up. Next
title-
award is never mind. I'll talk.
Title will be changed hopefully soon. That's all I gotta say.
Next is the unanimous vote. Defensive.
Defensive Player of the Year. I heard this was not a unanimous vote, and this was probably a very hard award to go for. There are two names I can think of, and that's Andre Drummond and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Those two are probably the favourites by the commissioners, though I wouldn't be surprised to see another name there that I can't think of right now.
I think those names are perfect, but I think one person we really, really need to look at as well is Kristaps Porzingis because he leads the league in blocks, and that's important.
With 7 votes, the defensive player of the year goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And
Wow.
Giannis winning not winning the MVP, coming second. However, he does win the Defensive Player of the Year. He did not have his best offensive year, but the committee determined this was probably his best defensive year in his career. So that is an interesting pick. But I did say that was definitely a mention to look out for. And Giannis is your defensive player of the year.
Here's a name you guys didn't talk about. Right behind with 6 votes, Paul George.
Paul George. Well, we
Paul
obviously know what Paul.
George.
I did hear another name, and Paul George must have been that other name that I was forgetting about. Paul George, of course, locked down a couple of players, if I can remember. A very underrated pick for Defensive Player of the Year. And although his stats don't show it, I think in game, it definitely showed it.
With 5 votes, Andre Drummond, as you guys mentioned.
And Andre Drummond, of course, one of the probably the best defensive center this year. And that is a pretty good award. Not award to get, but a pretty good mention to get.
Don't commit no suicide. Say no to
Okay, Jamari.
Jamari, it's not the time. We're kind of announcing awards.
Jamari, we're announcing award.
I've
Can
muted
you
him.
change title?
I've muted him.
Any objections, Pingo? Any objections? Any objections, Six God?
On?
No, we're done
No
that.
objections?
We're on
No,
the
I guess
very
not.
easy topic of Poverty Player of the Year.
Ooh, this one's a nice one. I think it's between DeMar DeRozan and Eric Bledsoe. I think Bledsoe had a way better season than we look out to it, but I do think he's still in contention for that Poverty Player of the Year.
It's already been said. With incredible 18 votes, the Poverty Player of the Year goes to...
Wait. I need to
Okay.
get Hold on.
Hey,
So I'm like fucking what's his name? Kanye West. No, personal opinion on this is I think Poverty Player of the Year without a doubt is DeMar DeRozan. Eric Bledsoe doesn't deserve to be. I mean, he will be mentioned, but I don't think he deserves because he literally got no playing time at all. He just missed a couple of shots, and that's not a Poverty Player of the Year. Someone I'm forgetting 100%. But yeah, I think DeMar clear winner. You can now announce it.
Do not forget anything. The Poverty Player of the Year with 18 votes, meaning there was no 1, 2, and 3. The 1, 2, and 3 was DeRozan, DeRozan, and DeRozan. It's DeMar DeRozan.
And DeMar
Wow.
DeRozan gets unanimous. Just nobody else on the list.
To be fair, I did put players, but we all decided no. The list actually is DeMar DeRozan, and DeMar DeRozan.
Well, does DeMar DeRozan had a shocking season. First year, he was the breakout player of the year in the first season. What a fall from grace to be named this award. It is the worst award in the NBA team, and I think next season he really needs to have a look at himself. Any commentary, Kawhi?
We all knew it was going to happen.
I think we all knew it was either DeRozan or it was DeRozan or Bledsoe. I think that's what we all kind of knew.
Okay.
Sure.
What is the next award, Colin?
Remind us to go back to MVP really quick. What was it?
Which one?
Colin, what is
Which
next?
one, Colin?
Alright. We're serious now. The next is Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year, there is two clear contenders. Brett Brown, leader of the 11-1 Venice Tigers, led that team to the best record in the NBA. However, Mike D'Antoni is a very, very worthy mention. Built around James Harden and probably the best defensive center, like I said before, Andre Drummond. These two are probably going to be close. I did hear from my sources that it took an hour to decide this because of someone watching. Though you could also see another name. That's my opinion on it.
I do have a bold prediction. I do think it might be Brett Brown, but I wouldn't keep out the name of Brad Stevens. I think Brad Stevens has a good roster. He's done pretty well. So I do think he's a small candidate.
Right.
Announce.
Ready? With a unanimous 9 votes,
The coach of the year goes to
Unanimous.
Mike D'Antoni.
Like
Wow.
D'Antoni. Well, not a really big surprise here. There was definitely some probably. I remember. There was definitely it was between Brett Brown or Mike D'Antoni. I thought I would hear someone surprising come up in the conversation, but no, it was probably between those two. In the end, the committee probably threw in all their hats, and Jamari probably said D'Antoni was the coach of the year. That's what my opinion
Yes,
is.
surprise coming in too. I mean, it was unanimous. Obviously, it was, but
Yeah,
number
that's
two,
that's my
congratulations, six god
surprise.
coach is Brad Stevens with 6 votes. Not six, 4 votes.
Well, I can't defend that. I'd say Brett Brown is the second best coach. That is my opinion.
Well, the number 3 head coach is, of course, surprisingly.
Wait, I'm confused. Where was Brett Brown, third or second?
Either.
Third. He's not in there?
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce that name because I'm fucking stupid.
Is it Rick Carlisle?
Yes, it's Carl. That's how to pronounce it. Yes.
Well, I
Fourth, with
can't.
only 1 vote from me, Brett Brown.
Wow, that's a big surprise.
I can't defend that. That's one of the awards I disagree with nomination-wise. I did think D'Antoni did. It was either Brett Brown or D'Antoni. In my mind, I can't agree with the committee with this one against Brett Brown. He led the team. He led the Tigers with 11-1 record and was the second last coach to be hired. I think it was unfair to the
I
committee to
do
look over
I
him.
do agree with Rick Carlisle at 3 though. I mean
You had a
he's
team with a low draft pick and a team with a low coach suddenly become one of the best teams in the league.
he
Yeah, he should be in
has
the talk.
he has one of his one star player was arguably Kyrie Irving, and he still pulled out miraculous wins, like we saw when he outplayed Brad Stevens' team and was able to pull out a come from behind win.
You need to put Kawhi. You need to put like what is it, poverty and coach on that now. Stream. But
I
just
did, but the stream
I
was
feel like
delayed.
I'm a bit shocked. I don't feel like that's fair to Brett Brown.
I did, but
He
stream
beat
was
every
delayed.
team except Astroworld. I can't defend that.
Moving on from that, executive of the year.
Executive of the year. This is probably a 3-horse race, I'd say, but let's be honest, it's a 1-horse race. HR to win it, but honorable mentions go to the two people who did the least trades, which was Colin and Nick/me, who they only did one. But I think HR clearly wins this award unanimously.
I think HR probably does win this award indeed, but I do think that another contender for it is, the Eagles. I think they built a great roster all around. They've been able to win games, and it's just impressive to me. So I do think that they're willing and deserving of Executive of the Year as well.
With the
Can Kawhi just fucking put on the thingo shit?
doesn't matter. Let the man play Minecraft.
I did, but stream's delayed, relax.
With
Okay.
the
Okay, you did.
With the unanimous vote, executive of the year is HR.
Yeah, I knew
Yep.
it. No surprise there.
Unanimous.
HR is probably did the most moves and did it for the best reasons. Obviously, second in the conference and was the only team to beat Venice, and that's a pretty good achievement, to be honest.
Number 2 with 5 votes is Colin, also known as me.
Okay. Free.
Two-way tie for 3. Nick with 2 votes.
Okay, I was gonna be really pissed there if fucking we weren't, because I literally made, like, Nick and I made the same exact, like, we just made one minor move, and that was Ingles' move. I remember that.
Just a meme.
I know. Anyways, yeah. Colin coming second, I think is fair. The maybe a tie. I don't know. I don't know because I feel like, but we did have Giannis. So yeah, I'd say second goes to Colin just for how he constructed a team without fucking Giannis, and I think that gives away points from us, the Tigers. So Tigers get tied third with Alex, which I think is fair. Great bounce back year from him, and I think he was a good executive this year. And now we have the last award, and this is the
Final
award.
one.
This is
Game of the year.
this is
Game.
this is what people. This is what commentators want. They want the game of the year. Obviously, Kawhi and I are commentators, and we've obviously had 2 games I can remember from both of us that were classics. We'll see who's winning the award, but I can just name 2: Yeveren versus Yeveren versus Vancouver in OT. That ended up with a Yeveren win, if I'm pretty sure, and the Flamingos. What's it called? Flamingos Warriors. Though there is another game, I suspect.
Let me pull up the results on that one. It's not on the list because we haven't finished it yet. The game of the year.
Ooh. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Go from third to first.
Not this one.
Go from third to first. I want to see who's
Islands.
commenting.
Huskies, Eagles.
Game of the year: Huskies, Eagles.
No, fuck that. Jamari, don't let your bias win this.
Oh, it wasn't biased. It wasn't biased. We all agreed on it.
Game of the
If
year.
you watched my game, it was the game of the year.
If you watch my game, we all agreed on it.
Huskies, Eagles.
True.
Number 2 game was Tigers Comets.
Wait, who was number 1?
I just told you, Huskies Eagles.
Huskies,
Fuck
Eagles.
that! Wait, how did you fucking put third game us? And I've got 2 of the games on there. Come on. Third game's Flamingos that.
First game was Huskies Eagles. Second game was Tigers Comets. Third game, Bombers Flamingos.
No. Alright, we're just gonna throw a chair, boys. How do you not do that? How do you not put Flamingos Warriors in that? The missed buzzer beater. Explain, Colin. Explain.
Vote on it. That's
Why
simple.
did you put it in there? That's an obvious third. Nah, fuck this. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm trying to put my chair.
Weep.
Weep, cry about
Bro, what the fuck? Nah, this is actually opinion on this. Fuck Colin. That's bullshit.
Opinion on this.
I had the third game.
Opinion on this. I don't care.
The pity on this, I fucking do care. So why'd you put?
You don't matter.
Vigo? I said no way. That's the game of the year. I don't care if it's their first win. It's fucking.
It was an
Flamingos
incredible
Warriors.
moment. It made us all shed tears.
But Flamingos Warriors had a missed buzzer beater. I don't think we've had that.
I don't fucking care.
Fuck you. Bro, this dude's like, I'm not gonna choose this because I know it's gonna fucking win.
Actually, no. Because
That
no one
was the
voted for
exciting
Eagles.
game.
Not a
It's literally
single
in the
person
promo.
voted for
It's
it.
in the
Not a
promo.
single
It's in the promo. Playoff promo, and it's in it.
Voted Eagles.
It's in the promo, Colin. You can't say that's not in the nomination. You can't put that game and just fucking rip that when it's in the promo for the playoffs.
I have fire alarms going on. Do you guys?
I heard that.
Does
Okay, I put his volume to nothing. I just see his green light flashing.
Put off Kawhi, put all the like award winners like on the screen and we'll just talk about it.
Awards.
Yeah, I had the stream is delayed. I just listened to it right now. It's a little behind, so it'll pop up soon as time
Guys,
goes on.
Me
I'm
Colin.
gonna I'm not unmuting you unless you promise to stop complaining like a little
I
baby
won't
boy.
complain. I just want to talk about the summary of the whole thing.
Well, we just had a little on-air discussion that was very colorful, we'll say.
Great. Alright, fine, I'll turn your volume up. If I unmute you and all I hear is just you bitching, I'm muting you again. Here
Okay.
we go. My
Okay.
volume is up. Don't
Okay.
disgrace me.
Okay. So can we talk about awards? I'll just wait till Kawhi. Well, it's gonna take a while. So let's recap the awards. MVP was James Harden. What a surprise! Most improved player was Nikola Vucevic. What a surprise! Rudy Gay was the sixth man of the year, so that was pretty cool. I'd say seeing that was a good surprise to see. Who else was on their
The year
list?
was Giannis.
Defensive player of the year, that was kind of a surprise. Poverty, not even a fucking surprise. Coach of the year, Mike D'Antoni, not a surprise, though the nominations were, I'd say, with no Brett Brown.
The year obviously had a little discussion.
I'm gonna talk to you guys about that because I don't know about those two things. I accept everything else, and you could even put like Drummond or that over
not a
Giannis. I wouldn't
not a
mind.
single not a single person voted for that game.
Oh
Not
my
even
god.
I don't understand. That was in the promo though. Okay, never mind. Then coach of the
Yeah,
year, and
still.
then yeah, coach of the year was a thingo. What's his name? Yeah, we already told him D'Antoni. Executive was HR. Woo! I don't even think he knows he's the fucking executive in chat yet.
He
And the
does.
game of the year